Welcome to another Yoli Getting Started training. Today we're going to talk about how to use allocated funds. First, we want to log into our back office. Click the Account Login button in the upper right-hand corner at yoli.com. Go ahead and click on Member ID. Put in your Member ID password and log into the Yoli team office. Once we're in the team office, it will always show us our current allocated funds and our standard funds. Let's talk about the difference between the two. Allocated funds are kind of like product dollars. Let's say you go to a favorite retail store that you like and your store gives you money that you can spend within that store, retail dollars, but you can't spend it anywhere else. Anywhere else it's monopoly money, it's funny money, but in that store it's worth dollar for dollar the same amount that you would spend using cash. That's kind of how allocated funds work. It's Yoli dollars. You can spend it on product, you can spend it on tools, but you cannot cash it out or use it in any other store or any other way. Standard funds are real money. Standard funds can be cashed out and you can receive a check, but for your convenience, we've allowed you to take your real funds, your standard funds, and apply them towards product if you choose. So that's the difference between allocated funds and standard funds. So let's go ahead and apply our allocated funds. We have $366 that we can apply in our back office. So the first thing we need to do to spend these allocated funds is to place an order. So we go to the Place an Order link on the left-hand sidebar. Click there. This takes us to our Place an Order page. Now we want to spend our allocated funds. We got like 366 allocated funds, $10 or $11 in standard funds. Let's go ahead and apply it to a Better Body Transformation Kit, which is $279.97. We put in a quantity of 1, scroll to the bottom of the page, click Add Items to Order, and now we're into our shopping cart. We can go ahead and check out. We can verify our shipping address. We can verify our shipping method. And now we're into the final order page. This is where we put in our credit card information. Now, before we put in our credit card, we can look and see if we have some allocated funds. Now, the Pay Hub is where we apply these allocated funds, and it's adding up both allocated and standard funds, giving us a total of $377 that we could spend on product today. We don't need that much. We only need $315.62 to cover this entire order. So we go ahead and apply the $315.62 that is in our Pay Hub to this order. And now when we go to check out, this entire amount will be deducted from the amount we owed, and we owe nothing. We paid nothing from our credit card, nothing from our bank account. This is completely covered. Now, in the future, allocated funds will only be applied to product and tools, not to shipping. So just keep that in mind. But now if we go back and we look at our balance, we'll see that all of those allocated funds have been deducted from the order, and actually looks like some more have been added since we checked this back office. A few more dollars have been added. So that's the amazing thing about allocated funds, is they continue to accrue. The more you recruit, the more you share the product with other people, the more allocated funds you will have in place to place orders. And nobody should ever have to pay cash for their Yoli product. If you're referring people to the business, referring people to the product, you should be able to cover your product all the time. So that's how allocated funds work. That's how you cash them out. This has been How to Use Allocated Funds, Yoli Getting Started training.